Welcome back to Big Tech TV. As you'll know, Big Tech is there to serve the needs of the rapidly evolving world of big data. So what challenges can Big Tech solve? In this extended interview, we meet up with Brunyee, who's the Solutions Architect Manager for Big Technology, to discuss his views on three key areas: information lifecycle and hierarchical storage management, how to overcome financial constraints, plus his thoughts on the future for managing data growth. Let's find out what Paul had to say to our roving reporter, Annabelle Knight.
Hello Paul, tell me, what does big data mean to you?
For me, big data describes the proliferation of data and how it's grown over recent years. One statistic I've heard is that there's been more data produced in the last 2 years than has for all of mankind before that point, and it's still growing at an exponential rate. And technology has had a large part to play in the growth of big data, and data is all around us. 10 years ago, if you consider Apple, for example, nobody had any of these smartphones. And so people are becoming a lot more technology aware, and the data proliferation has really grown through the explosion of technology adoption.
So how is big data challenging the way we look at information lifecycle and HSM?
Information lifecycle management has really been a process of managing data over the last sort of 10-12 years or so. But I think it's very much predicated on having a fairly static set of data that grows at a fairly sort of modest pace. Similarly with HSM, hierarchical storage management. But now we're in an age where data usage and data creation has just exploded. You need more robust processes to actually manage data. So information lifecycle management and HSM processes, they still have a place within the data center, but the explosion of data all around us needs something more robust, needs something more encompassing. Because of the simple growth of data, we need to actually adopt and change our strategies. We need to embrace different types of technology to actually manage it better.
So with computers, storage and power getting cheaper all the time, what are the financial constraints that you'll have to deal with?
A large problem with managing the huge amounts of data that we have today is that we have to simply process more, but also the demands on businesses are that they need results a lot quicker. And so we have to throw a lot more resource at them. And these can be in terms of compute resource, where we're having to do more analytical type processing. In terms of big data, there's a process we know called Hadoop sort of map and reduce, where we actually take a massive pool of data and we have to reduce it down and analyse it and actually create meaning and value from that data eventually. That takes a lot of power, a lot of processing, a lot of storage and CPU power as well. And so although CPU speeds are increasing using Moore's law at the rate of approximately doubling their speed every 18 months, now, we actually need that to follow through with all of the infrastructure pieces within the data center to be able to manage and process all of the information. Companies are actually wanting first mover advantage and competitive edge, and they need to process and analyze the data a lot quicker than they did yesterday, and a lot quicker than the competition is doing. And so there's massive pressure on organizations to embrace new technologies, for example, to enable them to process data quicker and get the results turned around a lot faster for them.
So you mentioned earlier that in the last 3 years we've created 3 times the amount of data that we previously have ever.
Indeed.
So what does that mean for the future?
Yeah, it's true that the rate of data creation, the data growth, is still continuing to grow at an exponential rate. Using technologies enables organisations to actually store, process and manage that data in a very efficient footprint, in a very performant manner. Basically, we're driving down the cost and also making the management of that data an awful lot easier. So customers are actually looking to new technologies such as flash technology as an enabler for them to actually manage and process their data quicker and faster. So it's all to do with embracing new technologies that actually gives people the edge in being able to manage that data for the future.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you for chatting to me, Paul. It's been a pleasure. Now we're going straight back to the studio with Abby.
Now finally, some news that Big Technology are lining up a series of technical events in London designed to give insight and knowledge into the innovative and disruptive technologies that are shaping the future of enterprise data centres. Techie Brekkie is a series of informal yet informative breakfast events in central London where you can network with your peers and debate your technical issues of the day. To find out more, check out the events section of the website.